We were bumming around, making all of our visits to family we had not yet seen after the trip to India, and of course, a trip to Campbell River to see my mom was in order. In my past life, running food deliveries on tight schedules here or doing shows and trying to leave early enough to catch a last ferry out used to be a massive source of anxiety. Now, in an early 90s era Toyota motorhome life we are living, we pre-reserve the half-price fares offered for a very late, very early, or very unpopular sailing times. The night before our sailing, we park at the Tsawwassen Walmart and sleep, so it's just a quick jaunt to the actual terminal, and it removes the gotta-get-there-now type of crunch that happens if you're a worrier, and or have a couple of decades of BC's ferries frustrations built up. Anyway, this ferry fare was less than $90 for one-way trip for the vehicle and 2 adults instead of close to $200. It's worth it if your schedule is flexible. Else, it's a lovely 2-hour trip across 38-ish kilometers of water to Vancouver Island with these lovely views. The weather today was crisp, sunny, and quite cool in the shade. We are an overheight vehicle and had to park in the lower deck. Because of an incident a few years ago where a boat ran aground and a couple sleeping in their car died, the lower deck has to hang out outside of the vehicle. We are landed in Nanaimo now, headed north into the rain. It wasn't long before it cleared up and we stopped at a little spot we found when on an island exploration trip last summer. The app iOverlander details lots of potential places to stay, and this was one of those hot tips. Do you want a tour of the inside of our van? Let me know in the comments.
We are staying in a tiny town called Dunsmuir between Nanaimo and Courtenay. Just a wee little town. We stayed in this little lot a couple times before on the way to visiting my mom in Campbell River. And it has a decommissioned railway track you can take a nice little stroll on. Seems like the locals wear plaid and walk their dogs here. Today, I'm wearing black, and I have no dogs. There you have it, Dunsmuir. This is what I do when I'm not in India. Live in a van and walk on the railroad tracks. It's pretty Canadian. Here is the railway bridge. Wowzers. Yeah, that's a little intense, isn't it? Can't really look out ahead, so I hope I'm getting you a good shot here. I'm going to look very carefully at only my feet. Beautiful spot. One of many on Vancouver Island. Vancouver Island has so many incredible beaches and forested areas.
I didn't know it was going to be like this.
You didn't know?
No.
Strike you as a little bit dangerous?
No. It's great. It's fine.
I am surprised that there's no... I've thought about turning the camera back to me then, but I've just got to watch. I am surprised that there are no, like that since it's been decommissioned, they didn't put up guardrails or anything on the side. Do you find that odd?
I just try not to look down. I'm also looking down towards...
I found a way to take 2 at a time that's okay. You can skip one and it's actually pretty comfortable. Let's try it. Breaks his foot. The most probable injury here would be slipping, turning sideways on your foot as it goes through this crack, and then breaking it. There you have it. For Vegan Everywhere, I'm David. I'm just kidding. Let's. I know we do have to walk back, but we're almost through the bridge. It's more like my own nerves. Walking on the skip one stride is actually not bad, but you can get nerved out. Has anyone else noticed from your 20s to say your 40s, have you had like a fear of heights increase, or like a perception of your own self-preservation or your own safety? I've had that a bit more. I still like roller coasters and the feeling of falling, but not everything is quite the same as when I was like 19 or 20. And I know that may sound obvious, but I'm wondering specifically about that self-preservation kind of vibe, where when I was young I remember thinking like, let's just give it a shot, I probably won't die. And then me back there on the railway without the thing thinking, there's no banisters, my God, strong enough breeze picks up, I could fly away. I learned a new trick. Can you guess what it was? Saw a couple of dirt bikes yesterday. Looks pretty fun here. Tell me in the comments, would you go ripping around in here on your dirt bike? Let me know. Come on! What is the problem here? Will we hear the woodpecker again? Yep.
Now arrived in Campbell River, we took a trail walk where these cute painted stones were featuring famous cartoon characters.
Trail walking. Campbell River.
Campbell River has a great deal of trails, walks, and wooded areas all over. So, bring a dog like we did. Look how fast my mom walks! This is a game Paige loves that is called Break the Stick. The usual way that it goes is that she repeatedly and excitedly breaks the stick. Except I chose too thick a stick, so now she is losing.
Don't even mind. Oh. Thumbnail. Thumbnail. A lot of what they're developing around here does seem to already be wetland similar to this. So, I don't know. If you're from Campbell River, what sort of impacts is that having, if anything? Do you know? Aren't ducks so cute? Tell me in the comments, on a scale from 1 to holy crap, how cute are ducks?
We just popped by the island for a quick visit, but we will be back later in the summer for an in-depth look at some awesome spots. Do you have any spots that we might want to know about for exploration? Let us know. Now let's get cozy by the fire and get deeper into this VLORT. Very long ongoing road trip. See you next time back on the mainland side, getting playfully mobbed by wild birds? Seriously. On Vancouver Island for Vegan Everywhere, I'm David.
She's my fire starter. Twisted fire starter.